So this is Bhavna Pani, who is an actor. And so Bhavna, can you give us a brief of your career and what your main motivation was to drive you to be an actor?
So, Johan, I started training in Indian classical dance at a very young age. It wasn't a individual choice, my own personal choice, but my parents, found they need kids to extracurricular activities. So they made me Indian classical dance class, and soon into it, within I started when I was 6. It's a very young age to begin with. So I think I developed the aptitude for it, developed, or I had it, and it just kind of got developed eventually. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but very early on, I knew I had to do something in performing arts. But because my dad was also a filmmaker, I thought that I will be doing something behind the scenes. I didn't know I would be in the performing arts performing. I thought I'd be a director or a choreographer or something. But again, it happened by chance, and I became an actor. And then, of course, I studied it very seriously because I realized that there was no going back. So I started with a film actually when I was just out of school. It was a Hindi film. And when it released, I saw it, I was really bad in it. So I decided that, yeah, you can't just wake up one day and say that you want to be an actor. You have to like work at it, you have to hone your skills, and you have to train yourself. At least that's the school of thought I belong to. There are lots of people who believe in spontaneous acting. I don't get that. So yeah, you have to train in the skill. I was of the opinion. So I did that, and then I did lots of TV commercials. I modeled. I acted in some South Indian films also. And then around 2005, I became a part of this international stage musical. It was a Bollywood musical called Bharti, the Wonder That Is India, and I backed the role, the title role of Bharti. It was a very big opportunity for me to make a name for myself internationally. So I took it up, even though career was booming in India. I said, let's take this risk because these opportunities don't hit home every day. So I did it, and it was a 3-year contract, but it went on to 12 years. I was touring with this company for 12 years all over the world, performing in the most beautiful theaters, and that made me realize um, my love for theater and stage, which actually was there from childhood because I was dancing. I was a classical dancer, and I was performing on stage at a very young age. So that kind of made me realize what my true calling is and what I really, really enjoy as an artist. And it wasn't so much the medium of film and television, it was more of being on stage as a theater actor. So then I just took off. And by God's grace, today I have my own little theater company, and we are producing movement based theater, which is not exactly dance theater, but we don't call dance anymore because what is dance anymore? It is just a bunch of movements, and movements don't have vocabulary. So uh, yeah, it's an interesting path that I've undertaken now, and it's a lot of responsibility also, accountability to uh, to people, to my art, to my skill, to the theatre fraternity, and yeah, it's I'm really looking forward to this now.
All right. So what guidance do you have for students who are looking to pursue a career in performing arts in the near future?
My my advice to people to aspirants of performing arts is that don't underestimate skill, don't underestimate training, don't underestimate rehearsal and practice. Um, and by that, I don't mean take a dialogue and rehearse it so many times that it looks natural. No, you don't rehearse the line. You practice the situation, you practice what your character is doing, with such sincerity and truth that the line, which is just a byproduct, dialogue is not important, but the line comes out in the most truthful possible way. So that kind of training, the training to be concentrated, mindful in the moment, to be sincere to the truth of the character, that that I feel if people can recognize. And I'd just like to say one thing, that my guru, acting teacher, and he's been a huge inspiration for me, Mr. Nasruddin Shah, once told me, I was complaining to him about a line that I just cannot say very naturally because it's not, I don't think it's in tandem with the character. And he just turned around and he told me, there aren't bad actors, there are just lazy actors. So you do the work and you won't have a reason to complain.
All right. So thank you, Bhavna. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Johan. All the best for your project. I'm glad I could do this.
Bye. See you later.